A teacher of mine for many years, a mentor to me, for me. I appreciate that. So welcome again. The theme in the Centers for Spiritual Living this month is in living color. And I'm going to talk today about that idea in an expanding universe. And in celebration of the LGBTQ plus Pride Month, that's a lot to say, we embrace the spiritual truth that we are all divine expressions of God. And I applaud the courage and the strength of my LGBTQ plus family and friends, because it takes courage right now. And many of us have been taught that to be proud is somehow wrong. And we can see it as a counter to humility or as a sign of an overblown ego. However, if we don't believe in ourselves and celebrate our accomplishments, we're really unlikely to reach our own potential. Do you get that? So I think we can thank the LGBTQ plus, I think there's some more things now, community for bringing a bold and inspiring connotation to that word pride. And for demonstrating that to be proud is to love yourself fully and unapologetically. And whether you identify as part of the LGBTQ plus community or not, a healthy sense of pride can ground you in your unique identity. Because there's nobody like you. There's nobody like you. Thank goodness, huh? And I think that no matter the circumstances, that we can lean into a culture of appreciation and something better. Our founder of Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, said, "It should be considered right to live and to enjoy living. To be well, happy, and to express freedom is to be in accord with the divine law and wisdom." We have a right to enjoy living. Everyone does. Everyone. We have the power to live each day as if it's the best day ever. And it is a matter of choice, right? Always. I mean, we say that all the time here. And we're also invited to recognize that happiness is our birthright. And also, did you know your happiness is a vibrational gift to the world? Yeah, each of you. Allowing yourself to have hope and be happy, even when we watch difficult things on the news. Even when friends that we know are suffering. Or even when we are having a difficult situation in our own life. As we permit ourselves to be grateful for the good in our lives and reconnect to that divine sacred center, we become a lighthouse or a beacon for others who need to give themselves permission to do the same. Yeah. Wow. As we practice kindness, compassion, and patience, our happiness then attunes us to the frequency of love. And the divine only broadcasts through that frequency of love. Right? You know that. So what channel are you on? What are you broadcasting? What are you listening to? What are you taking in? I open to the divine broadcast today. Let's say that. I open to the divine broadcast today. You just have to be willing. Just check it out. Just try it. Alice Walker wrote a book called The Color Purple. It also was a movie and I think a Broadway play. Yes? There was a bunch of stuff. Well, this is what one of the characters says in her book. God is inside you and inside everybody else. You come into the world with God, but only them that search for it inside find it. And sometimes it just manifests itself even if you're not looking, or don't know what you're looking for. Trouble do it for most folks. Oh, sorrow, Lord. It. Yeah, it. God ain't a he or a she, but a it. And what do it look like? Don't look like nothing. It ain't a picture show. It ain't something you can look at apart from anything else, including yourself. I believe God is everything. Everything that is or ever was or ever will be. And when you can feel that and be happy to feel that, you have found it. Yeah. Amen. And what does Ernest Holmes call it? The thing itself. So in The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes gives us practical and powerful insights into living a life of fulfillment from divine wisdom. And the right attitude toward life is essential in the effort to manifest a life of well-being. Because we know here that the activity and attitude of our thinking shapes what we see, how we perceive it, and how we experience this thing called life. Dr. Holmes often talked about the teachings of Jesus. And he respected Jesus as a teacher and a liberator of thinking rather than just a symbol of a dogmatic tradition, right? And Dr. Holmes invites us to reclaim that simple wisdom of Jesus. And whether you identify as being a Christian or not, understanding that he taught universal truth and love. So there's 3 steps to understanding and living from divine wisdom. The first step is about alignment. We know that word, alignment. It's about choosing, there's that choice again, to operate from a place of oneness and connection with a higher power. You know, we say all the time here, there's a power for good greater than me in the universe, and I can use it. So are you using it? So alignment, and then the next step is knowing that divine guidance is available to you once you say yes. Use me, once you knock on the door. You are never alone in any challenge you face. Hear that. You're never alone. There's always, always deep wisdom of the universal mind available to guide you, support you. And we all seek guidance in our life at some times, yeah? Yet our minds can be so crowded. I don't know about you, but thoughts of fear, judgment, doubt, worry. We're doing this book study right now, The Art of Abundance, quite a few of you. And we just learned the idea about the iceberg. When you visualize an iceberg, right, there's the part on the top of the water, then there's the water, and then there's this big chunk at the underneath the water. Well, it's estimated that the conscious mind constitutes 5% of total mind awareness. 5. Meaning 95% lies below the field of our awareness. Old beliefs, old patterns, old thinking in the subconscious. And that, my friends, might just be running your life. Until you say enough. Enough. And start planting new seeds. Change your thinking. Change your life. I know, it's like a cliche, but it's so true. So in this, there's a book called Awareness by the mystic Indian Jesuit priest and psychotherapist Anthony DeMello. And he tells the story of the disciple who said to his master, "Could you give me a word of wisdom? Could you tell me something that would guide me through my days?" It was the master's day of silence. So he picked up a pad and he wrote, "Awareness." When the disciple saw it, he said, "Well, this is too brief. Can you expand on it a bit? So the master took the pad back and wrote, awareness, awareness, awareness. The disciple said, yes, but what does it mean? The master took the pad back and wrote, awareness, awareness, awareness means awareness. This story points out that we tend to overcomplicate things and resist the simplicity of one of the greatest practices ever taught, awareness. That's what we teach in the science of mind, I believe. I mean, that's just so obvious. So there's a still, small voice of the infinite intelligence that's always on standby. And the moment we get quiet enough, still enough, we can hear it. Take a breath. Affirm with me, I am a conscious co-creator with the infinite spirit. I am a conscious co-creator with the infinite spirit. That's bringing the alignment and the willingness to be guided. Because then the third step is knowing that there is a unique self, you, that seeks to emerge in your life. There's the higher you. Because again, there's nobody like you. And often we, I don't know, maybe you don't do this, but often we tend to impersonate other people we think others want us to be. I know when I first became spiritual director here, I thought I had to be Reverend Maggie. No. I learned from her, she was my teacher, but I'm not trying to be like anybody. I am unique. Ooh. So using our steps of alignment, guidance, and tuning into that unique self of you, and make the decision to live from that place, you are mighty and powerful. Did you know that? You are mighty and powerful. Oh my goodness. So another book I've been working with in my meditation group is A Path with Heart by Jack Kornfield, who's a Buddhist teacher. And in one of the chapters called The Great Song, he says this: as we mature on the spiritual path, we open to possibilities. Our thinking and feelings open to an expanded palette. We experience more deeply both the beauty and the sorrow of life. We begin to see with new eyes and hear the whole great song of life. Spiritual practice is revolutionary. It allows us to step outside our personal identity, our culture, our religion, to experience more directly the great mystery, the great music of life. Spiritual practice at its heart wakes us up to face life directly. That's why we do our spiritual practices. So in a few moments, I'm going to close with a meditation that he offers on equanimity. But first I'm going to explain what equanimity is. I love that word. And it's such a good word right now during Pride Month. I just thought of that. Equanimity is a wonderful quality, a spaciousness and balance of heart. Although it grows naturally with meditation practice, equanimity can also be cultivated in the same way we have used for loving kindness and compassion. We can feel this possibility of balance in our hearts in the midst of all life, when we recognize that life is not always in our control. We are a small part of a great dance. Even though we may cultivate a boundless compassion for others and strive to alleviate suffering in the world, there will be many situations we are unable to affect. The well-known serenity prayer, may I have the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Wisdom recognizes that all beings are heir to their own karma, that they each act and receive the fruits of their actions. We can deeply love others and offer them assistance, but in the end, they must learn for themselves, and they must be the source of their own liberation. Equanimity combines an understanding mind together with a compassionate heart. Take a breath. And I invite you to turn within. As I close today with this meditation on equanimity, sit in a comfortable posture. And as you close your eyes, we drop from the busy mind down into the feeling heart. And bring a soft attention to your breath until your body and mind are calm and at ease. Begin reflecting on the benefit of a mind that has balance and equanimity. Sense what a gift it can be to bring a peaceful heart to the world around you. Let yourself feel an inner sense of balance and ease. And breathe. Repeat the phrase to yourself silently. May I be balanced and at peace. Acknowledge that all created things arise and pass away. Joys, sorrows, pleasant events, unpleasant events. People, buildings, animals, nations, even whole civilizations arise and pass away. Let yourself rest in the midst of it all with equanimity and balance. May I be open, balanced, and peaceful. May I bring compassion and equanimity to the events of the world. May I find balance, equanimity, and peace within myself. And take a deep cleansing breath and return. And just notice that effect of a few moments of reflection. And remember, your willingness to practice equanimity and peace is your high vibrational gift to the world. Please use it wisely, because you are a gift. And I thank you for your presence in this world. And so as we open our eyes, we return. And gently look around and smile to everyone in the space with your eyes and just give them some love and gratitude. And so it is.